right, welcome to Acoustic Village, coming at you from Artichoke Music in Southeast Portland. The last week of October, World Series is going on. We're approaching the midway point between the autumnal equinox and the winter solstice. A day that is marked is called Samhain, which means the beginning of the end of harvest. And it's a time of a lot of traditions honor the dead at that time. So we're going to honor the dead, the grateful dead or the ungrateful dead. It's a time of All Saints Night, All Saints Day, Halloween, and Dia de los Muertos. And Grateful Dead fans everywhere. But there is one constituency amongst the ungrateful dead that we have to acknowledge and appease, because we do not want to start the zombie apocalypse right here in Southeast Portland, because as we all know, the east side of Portland is ground zero for zombies. If they're not zombies, some of them sure look like zombies. So all you zombies out there, no one told me about her, the way she lied. No one told me about her, how many people cried. But it's too late to say I'm sorry, I didn't know, why should I care? Don't bother trying to find her, she's not there. But let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her eyes were soft and cool, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there. All right, zombies, that's for you. This guitar I'm playing here is and all the guitars behind me, and this lovely harp over here, right, are all from our shop. If you don't know, Artichoke Music is, we have this great performance venue. And we got music lessons and a music school. And we have a great store. And it's all these instruments up here on stage I'm borrowing from our store. They are all for sale, and I will be featuring them tonight at different times. I may have a great future in retirement as a used car salesman. But it is harp month, I was told. And I thought, like a Hohner blues harp, but I was informed, no, it's like a stringed harp. So November is harp month. So we do have a number of harps. In fact, we have so many harps they cannot fit into the store. So if you ever wanted to play the harp, and you can probably get like a Nutcracker Ballet, karaoke tape for harp. Brian Wilson used to like the harp a lot. We got someone else coming in off the street here. Hope he's not a zombie. Okay, there's another group of people who were dead but did not appreciate being dead. Was a group of Chinese miners who came up the Hell's Canyon, the Snake River, in 1887. Because the Chinese people that came from there, they believed that wherever you died and your bones lay, your spirit lay to haunt. So they were just kind of minding their own business. And a group of cowboys and ranchers from Wallowa County, Enterprise, Oregon, came down and killed them all, threw their bodies in the Snake River, which was kind of a problem because they couldn't get their bodies back to China, back to the village. So they believed that those 32 spirits are still haunting Hell's Canyon. Deep Serpent River, wash over me. Take my bones back home across the sea. Take my bones back home, set me free. We pushed a big river in the year of the dog. Broke our backs to fill our sacks in the year of the hog. We had no names, we made no claims. In Goomsan we all had one aim: survive our sojourn, then return the home from whence we came. Clan and companion, we worked this demon canyon for the tales we'd been told of a mountain of gold. And Deep Serpent River, wash over me. Take my bones back home across the sea. Take my bones back home, set me free. In Enterprise Blue heard some news of Chinamen with braided queues mining on some bottom land. He formed a gang and made a plan, yielding hatchet, knife, and gun. They fell upon us one by one, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run, and thus the bloody deed was done. Clan and companion died deep in that demon canyon, killed body and soul, and massacred for gold. And Deep Serpent River, wash over me. Take my bones back home across the sea. Take my bones back home, set me free. Deep Serpent River, watch over me. Take my bones back home across the sea. Take my bones back home, set me free. Well, Blue and Vaughn and the rest moved on, some deep into Idaho. Where they all went, how our gold was spent, no one will likely know. The court tried 3, they all went free. Truth was lost to history, 'cause in the end no one gave a damn about dead Chinamen. And clan and companion left to haunt this demon canyon. For if the truth were told, we were murdered for more than gold. And Deep Serpent River, wash over me. Take my bones back home across the sea. Take my bones back home, set me free. Okay, thank you. That's a murder ballad. That's a historical murder ballad. It's actually very historically accurate. This guitar is one of the premium guitars in our shop. It's a Gurion solid Sitka spruce top, koa back and sides, ebony fretboard, one piece, Honduran maple neck, and it's got a Brazilian rosewood bridge. And it's a great guitar. It's on consignment, I do believe. It's a 1980, and I think they want $2,200 for this guitar. So we'll look at different guitars. That's a good guitar. Get a pickup put in that, it'd be great. I do believe Sean Ranstead is going to come up and give us a song. All right, Sean, come on up here. And Sean, you come on this side over here, okay? And we're gonna plug you in. You gonna stand, sit?
I'm gonna stand.
You're a stand-up guy, and we always make sure that people's straps are not twisted because we want to avoid that.
Yeah.
We want to avoid that surprise.
I wonder if there's power.
Okay,
Sounds like it.
there we go. All right, Sean Ramstead, followed by Mr. Jim Pritz.
So the policy on the mask?
Oh, take the mask off.
Put it over my head. So I can see out there. All right. I have a song to share. It's called Sugary, and it's by the Grateful Dead. Does that work? Okay. Anytime? Just. When they come to take you down, when they bring that wagon around, when they come to call on you, drag your poor body down, just one thing I ask of you. Just one thing for me. Please forget you knew my name, my darling, Sugary. Shake it, Sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. Thought you was the cool fool, never could do no wrong. You had everything sewed up tight. How come you lay awake all night long? Just one thing I ask of you. There's just one thing for me. Please forget you knew my name, my darling, Sugary. Shake it, Sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. Shake it, Sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. You know, in spite of all you gained, you still have to stand out in the pouring rain. One last voice is calling you, and I guess it's time we go. Just one thing I ask of you. Just one thing for me. Please forget you knew my name, my darling. Sugary. Shake it, sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. Shake it, sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. Shake it up, sugary. I'll meet you at the Jubilee. And if that Jubilee don't come, maybe I'll meet you on the run. There's just one thing I ask of you. There's just one thing for me. Please forget you knew my name, my darling. Sugary. Shake it, sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. Shake it, sugary. Just don't tell 'em that you know me. Thanks. Thanks, Artichoke. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, John.
What else? That was on the one after American Beauty. That was great. Hey, we have to do our due diligence here.
I'm gonna need a real chair.
A real chair.
That one back there. Or maybe I could just bring one of these up.
You bring one of those up there.
Okay.
Bring a chair up there. You're gonna sit down and plug in.
I'm gonna sit down. I don't need to plug in.
You don't need to plug in.
I got my cowboy guitar.
We're gonna mic it.
I'm not gonna mic it yet. Yeah. Look what I got. Very own clown nose.
The old clown nose. Why don't you get your guitar and sit down? So we'll get you here. Gary, how do we want to arrange this foldable microphone? Just like this? Yeah, it works. That works right there.
Testing
All right,
1,
Jim
2, 3,
Pritz is
4.
up here, and Grateful Dead. That's the Grateful Dead. I'm promoting all kinds of stuff. I just saw this today. Dia Dario has Grateful Dead guitar picks. How cool is that? It's got like, of course, lots of Skull and Roses, and it's got that Terrapin Station. Of course, the Laughing Happy Little Bear. So. Let's have Jim Pritz sing a song for us. And then followed by Stephanie Van Horn, Mark and Sue, and then Richard Moore. And there'll be a little intermission someplace in there, but let's have Jim Pritz do a song for us right now.
Alrighty. I'm gonna have to eat this mic for this. This is a brand new song. I wrote it in 2 weeks. If you know me, that is a record. I take years to write tunes.
Last time he was here, he wrote a song in 3 days.
I know I want to hire John to just walk by my house once a week and yell out a theme, you know, basketball, and I'll have a song for it. This is called Cremation, and it will speak for itself. I don't know it yet, so I'm going to have to read it, but here we go. We live, and in the end, we up and die, and then the juices start to flow as the heat begins to go. So cremation is easy on your pocket, funerary rocket to blast you on your way. Cremation, the quickest way to heaven. There ain't no need to ponder your eventual decay. The worms all turn their heads when they see that you are dead. And the maggots do their dance in your decomposing underpants. But cremation's one red-hot sensation, your cleansing conflagration to get you on your way. Cremation, the quickest way to heaven, and there ain't no need to ponder your eventual decay. Undertaker, when I die, when the moon is in the sky, take me down below and light me up before you go. Cremation sounds so warm and toasty, and you know you won't be hosting those creepy crawly things, no way. Cremation, surest way to glory, a real warm-hearted story and incendiary thing. Cold within their plots, they should rage against the rot, but they don't realize they're dead, so they can't organize. For cremation, one red-hot sensation, your cleansing conflagration to start you on your way someday. Cremation, the quickest way to heaven, and there ain't no need to ponder your eventual decay. Well, as pre-need planning goes, you're really on your toes. Up on your funeral pyre, you'll be getting out of here on fire. Cremation, one surefire blessing, no need for disinfecting when they tossed your torch your way someday. Cremation, it's out in a blaze of glory, ain't the least bit gory for your transformation day. Well, river ganja flows from the Himalayan snows. The dead stay warm all day, then they join the goddess on her way. With cremation they put you in a vase, you're sprinkled on the ocean or tossed into a lake. You end up on the mantle above a crackling fire, serving to remind them just how you got this way. So cremation is easy on your pocket, a funerary rocket to blast you on your way. Cremation, the quickest way to heaven, there ain't no need need to ponder your eventual decay. Cremation.
Okay, I'm gonna start hollering.
Yeah, what's the next one? Basketball. Don't you dare.
2 weeks ago, we did Indigenous People, First Nations, and he wrote a song in about the Hawaiian, the people of Hawaii. It was in Hawaiian. Some of it was in Hawaiian. It was really impressive. And it wasn't just like John Prine's Let's Talk Dirty in Hawaiian thing, A little note back there. That kind of reminded me of, you get to be a certain age, you start getting things from AARP, and a friend of mine who was younger than I am, about 10 years ago, got one that was for a prepaid cremation. And what was ironic about it was that we used to work together, and one of his featured pieces at Campfire every Thursday night was he'd come out in costume and do the cremation of Sam McGee. And he said, I'm not sure how to think about this, John. I said, just think of it as a prepaid Sam McGee sleigh ride, So, Sean, thanks for doing the Grateful Dead song for us. Now, local people here, I'm curious if anybody here knows about this place. Richard might know about this. The first time I heard the Grateful Dead, they were on 190th and Powell at a place called the Springer's Ballroom. Anybody here know Springer's Ballroom? Yes. Okay, Springer's Ballroom. It was this barn out there in 190th and Powell that had all the San Francisco bands, the best Portland local bands played, which meant none of mine did. But the Grateful Dead were out there, and you could hear. I heard them with Pigpen and all those, and original lineup, and it was quite the event. But that happened right on Powell, just not far from here. So,
I saw Wishbone Ash there.
Huh?
Wishbone Ash. I saw them there in my high school years.
Yeah, where'd you go to high school? Lake Oswego High School. Okay, yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. I remembered the night, but I couldn't remember the name of the place.
Yeah. Okay, Stephanie Van Horn is going to come up here.
Jim, go get your mic.
Oh, yeah. My clown nose.
Yeah, right down the mic.
And this, let me stand up.
You going to stand up?
I'm going to stand up.
Okay, Stephanie's a stand-up girl. Okay, we're going to get her plugged in. I can't reuse those flimsy ones. You don't use your music stand, do you?
I don't think so.
Okay, because if you did, you forgot your music. Okay, let's get Stephanie's vocal.
There's all these guitars on stage. This is great.
You can take the mask off.
I'll take the mask off.
Take the mask off. Okay. Let's see here. Now we need to wait for guitar, right?
Answer.
Oh, you're plugging in.
I can plug in.
You're plugging in. Man. I'm just not on top of my game here.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Let's see here.
It's down there somewhere.
Let's see. Okay, we're going to plug this.
Look at this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just looking at your list, buddy. Okay.
You're right there. You're the lucky seven, man.
I'm the
Lucky number 7, Mr. Boho.
We got 5 people in front
Yeah.
of us.
We got to thank Boho always.
All right.
Thank you, Boho.
All right. Stephanie Van Horn, followed by Mark and Sue. And then Richard Moore and Gary Furlow, and then Bob Howard. With one little intermission in there. Okay. Stephanie.
Just a song in memory of a friend of mine. I dreamed of you last night in Amsterdam. We were walking in the fog, and you pushed away my hand. I offered tears, you just looked away. A ghost needs no tears anyway. I know it's just jet lag. You were never in this town where I climbed up narrow stairs. Still to dream of you gives me the Amsterdam blues. To dream of you gives me the Amsterdam blues. I've been looking at pictures by a Dutchman. His blue and spinning skies, his blue and crazy eyes. He tells me that our bodies have to pay for every lie and each mistake we make. Well, here's that truth I should have let you know. I loved you and I let you go. Should have known I would owe these Amsterdam blues. I should have known I would owe these Amsterdam blues. After all the journeys that we took together, you traveled on alone and won't return. But in dreams you're still walking by me, a ghost by waters that twist and turn. Was there more you wanted me to say? In darkness, not the light of day. Tonight I sing for you these Amsterdam blues. Tonight I sing for you these Amsterdam blues. Nope. Just in memory of a friend.
Okay. Mark and Sue are coming up. Okay, Mark and Sue. You bring your own mic, right? Yes. Okay.
Can I put this down?
You gonna get this side? Okay. You use this mic or you want to use this?
It's good to sit there. I can just.
Why don't you stand over?
Plug in here, Mark? Yeah, I guess I should. Yeah, okay. There's a pick in here. I cannot get it.
Oh man, every guitar's got a pick in it.
Oh my god.
I got one that's on my Gibson 335 and it's been there for years.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks.
There you go.
Thanks.
We ready here?
Make sure I'm not too badly tangled here. So, right in the height of the pandemic, our lives, everybody's lives has changed. And Sue was humming a melody around the house. She was just kind of humming a little melody around the house, which she does. And I'm like, what's that? And she says, well, I don't know, let's work on it a little. So we sat down and we got to work on it. and came up with a little ditty we like to call COVID-19.
I first laid eyes on you within a spiritual place. I sanctified with you our blessings and our grace. We met there Sunday mornings joining in the choir. But now that song is sung alone, this passion and this sorrow feel is true. I'm way past friendship with you. This passion and this sorrow I feel is true. I'm way past friendship with you. It was told we can't assemble at the shrine. A pallid moon arose and darkened stars aligned. In days to follow, though the discordant notes were chimed, our bond of faith has ever grown. This passion and this sorrow I feel is true. I'm way past friendship with you. This passion and this sorrow I feel is true. I'm way past friendship with you. We cannot let this plague subsume us. We cannot let it break our faith. We cannot let this fear entomb us. Before the Lord we shall embrace. And when the time of trial has ended, again we stand before the cross. From out the ash of loss ascended, my love revealed the time is not lost on you. And then the doors were closed and sacred ground denied. Teachly we took a prayer together side by side. Our secret rendezvous and meetings in the night. Until me now my love is known. This passion and this sorrow I feel is true. I'm way past friendship with you. This passion and this sorrow I feel is true. I'm way past friendship with you. This passion and this sorrow I feel is true. I am in love with you. In love with you. Thank you.
Okay, that was great. Okay, this up here, I believe, is Richard coming up. You ready to come up here, Richard? He's got a fan club here tonight. You standing up, sitting down? All right. All right. What do you?
Club of one right
Can
here.
you stand over here?
Yeah, can I sit right here?
You can sit right there. You can sit right there. And you're plugging in or micing.
Well,
We can go either way.
what do you think, Gary? Plug it in. The thing I like about open mic night is you do one song and right when you get comfortable, oh, you're done. Right?
Well, we'll probably have a second round.
Okay, let's do a second round. Yeah.
All right. We got. What are you playing?
This is a Chinese guitar.
All right.
The Chinese name Blue Ridge. The Blue Ridge Mountains in southern China. What? You know, I'd like to do a song from the 1970s, and what is it, Gary? You're dialing it in? Okay, good. By the way, it sounds great out there. Let's hear it for Gary Furlow, yeah. And my kind of current thing is I'm going back into the oldies songbook and finding those Zombies tunes. And this one is by a guy named Gilbert O'Sullivan, which kind of gives away the song because he only had pretty much one tune. But it's an amazing song. And so I go to YouTube and I watch him do it. And then I go to A to Z lyrics and I get the lyrics. And it's just, you know, in the olden days, you had to like take the record player and go back over and over and over. How did they do that? Right, drop the needle. Anyway, this song has got some dead people in it. So I think it qualifies for our evening's theme. In a little while from now, I'm not feeling any less sour. I promised myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower. And climbing to the top, and throw myself off in an effort to make it clear to whoever what it's like when you're shattered, left standing in the lurch in a church where people saying, my God, that's tough. She stood him up, no point in us remaining. We may as well go home as I did on my own, alone again, naturally. The song has got a lot of chords in it. Seems like only yesterday I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking forward to, wouldn't you, the role I was about to play. But as if to knock me down, reality came around, and without so much as a mere touch, put me into little pieces, leaving me to start. All about God and His mercy, for if He really does exist, why did He desert me? And in my hour of need, I truly am indeed alone again, naturally. It seems to me that there are more hearts broken in the world that can't be mended, left unattended. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, Alone again, naturally. Looking back over the years, wherever else that appears, I remember I cried when my father died, never wishing to hide the tears. At 65 years old, my mother, God rest her soul, couldn't understand why the only man she had ever loved had been taken, leaving her to start with a heart so badly broken. Despite encouragement from me, no words were ever spoken. When she passed away, I cried all day alone again, naturally. Alone again, naturally. Thank you. Hold this, John.
That was a great song. I forgot what a great song that was. Who did he write that? I don't know who wrote it, man. But you know, it's amazing. That's one of the songs you hear on the radio, and you think his name's Gilbert O'Sullivan, like Engelbert Humperdinck. You go, that's a gimmick, you know. But it's a great song, and it's also one of those chord progressions that you could learn it in that key, then transpose it about a fifth away, and say you wrote it. You know, you could pirate that chord progression and come up with something really beautiful. I do believe Gary Furlow's going to come up and do a song for us. And he comes from the New Orleans tradition. You going to sit down, stand up? What are you going to do? You going to sit right here?
Sit down over here, because I'm going to hand me that steel.
I will stand you this steel.
And it's been so long since I played, I got to cheat a little bit.
This is an Americana classic here.
I'm going to do it in A minor.
Excellent.
Oh, Sarah, would you reach over there and open up channel? Not yet. Let him plug in, and then we'll open up channel 2.
Okay, Gary Furlow from New Orleans.
Can y'all hear that? Got Sarah doing this by remote control. Okay, channel 3 and 6 should be open, as well as channel 2, now that Richard's plugged in. Should be hearing all that stuff. Yeah. I didn't really prepare anything, but this is a song I've done since I was 10 years old. My father took me to Preservation Hall in New Orleans when I was 10. It may have been 11, something like that. And this was the song they did that night. And I never forgot it. It was one of my favorite songs ever since. So, in A minor. Can you see that?
I can see that.
I was down in old Joe's barroom, in a corner by Jackson Square. Drinks being served as usual, and the usual crowd was there. On my right sat old Joe McKennedy, his eyes all bloodshot red. I got those gambling blues. Thank you.
Ooh.
You got to turn off number two. Number two. There you go. Thank you. There you go.
All right. Hey, Gary Furlow, Richard Moore. You know, Gary just kind of pulled that one out because I asked him to do a song. And he didn't practice it or anything. He said, well, I'll do that one. Okay. And that's a great song. That's a classic Americana song. And I love the way Richard played it. Richard, you know what I liked about it? You watch Richard, he just watched the first time through, didn't touch his guitar. He just watched and listened and got the changes, and then he played the second time. He just played the rhythm tracks through. He had the changes down, and then he played the lead on top of it. It was great. Come on, Mr. Bob Howard. So,
I'm an old man.
yeah, tell me about it. I just had a birthday, man. It's like,
Right. Was it number, what was it?
my birthday?
It was 70?
71.
Wow. Wow. Let's hear it.
I like it because it's a prime number. Hey, no, that's
You
actually.
keep your guitar. You might figure this out. If you.
Okay, well, let's see here. We go from St. James to St. Boho, okay? And those of you who don't know, Bob's the one who's been keeping this thing going here for a while.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Bob, I'm not going to sit in on this one because I didn't get a chance to. I opened the file, but nothing
It's
came
not that
up.
hard. Just
Well-
stay there.
Stay there. What key are you in?
I think I'm in the key of C.
C.
It just has an E7th in there.
He thinks he's in the key of C.
I am in the key of C.
Okay, we'll see
it's
what
not
we
going
do.
to be that hard. It's
I'm
the
going to follow
people's key.
Richard's lead here and watch him through that through.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming tonight. This is a great pleasure. You know, I don't make it every night because I do put in a lot of time, as John says, and I like to stay married. But I'm here with Lori Byers, who is training with us behind the bar. Let's give her a big hand. We did change a few things at COVID. So before we used to have a little square there, and now we have a point of sale system that is tied in with inventory and is tied in with the cafe, so I only have one system rather than three. So that's kind of different. And I do have a liquor license that requires some form of control, like how many bottles of beer do you have? 99, I say.
You know, a lot of people I know that have liquor have no control.
But anyway, I'm happy to be here. This song is a little rusty, but I say it because there is a way, it is an attachment to death, but it's really a story of my own and what I sometimes go through in various moments of ups and downs.
Okay, Bobby, take it up.
Yeah? And we go to an A minor.
C,
Then
A
F.
minor, F.
You can
Okay.
do something with that, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't remember where I lost my mind. It's a funny thing to find sitting on the counter in a jar. I'd been arguing with my shadow, and it seems my shadow won. Now, there's a little story behind that. I'm going to take a break here. Has anybody ever read the Brothers Grimm? Yeah. There's spooky stuff that we read when we were 7 years old, and our parents were reading it to us, Hans Christian Andersen. And there's a story about the shadow and a king and his shadow. But the shadow got loose and stole his wife. That was where it came from. I'd been arguing with my shadow. I was accusing him. and it seems my shadow won. There you go, John. I believe I'll go find a place where I can just sit in the sun. My shadow's my constant companion. He never leaves my side. I trust him like my brother. In him I confide. That was my mistake. Let me tell you something. Where this song came from, it came from Matt Meehan. We've all taken classes from Matt Meehan, many of us here. And the prompt for this song was use a chord progression that you never use. And he gave us a whole bunch of them. There we go. I saw him, though, yesterday, flirting with my bride. My shadow's loose, there's nothing left to hide. Oh, God, this part here. Inside. Oh, I don't remember how I did that chord. It's really cool. I can't figure it out. I won't do it. The open road, it's an F sustained 2. Anybody got that? Can anybody diagram that for me?
Yeah.
Good God, it's really cool. I'll bring it back again.
There it is.
The open road, it calls me away from all I know. Nothing ever stays the same. The first time I sang that line, my grandson was 8 years old, and he looks at me and says, "Pops, where are you going?" Oh, my God. It's time to go. I'm going back to that. Next thing I know, I'm all alone, talking to myself. My shadow knew my deepest thoughts, everything I held. Don't think twice, I think I said, it's all she wrote. The day is long, the sun is bright, no shadows on the road. That's the cool thing. The open road, it calls me away from all I know. Nothing ever stays the same. It's time to go. Thank you all. I didn't play the guitar much during the pandemic, but it's great to be back. Thank you all.
Okay. Hey, you got to unplug yourself there, Bob.
I do. All set, Gary? All right.
Okay, in our guitar parade here, this is a Recording King resonator guitar. It's really cool, brass plated, and it's got that action. You can play slide on it, or you can play it's a good blues guitar. And they make another one that I really like called a Swamp Dog, which has got the same body, but it's got kind of an oxidized finish, so it doesn't do this to you, you know. I learned that from Paul Simon. He used to like to take it and look at the audience and go like, who's out there tonight? Let's see. All right, I got there. There's Gary back there. Spotlight's on Gary. Okay, there's Stephanie. But anyway, we're going to take a little break. I got one little song here for you, and if you, our people want to do a second song, you let me know at the break. But this one is Robert Johnson. We only recorded 31 songs. Yeah, but he wrote 32. People don't know that. And he sent the last one, after he met the devil at the crossroads, on his way down, he sent one last song back. It's Robert Johnson's long lost song called Dead Man Blues, and it goes like this. Well, I did not wake up this morning. Thank you. I didn't write that. Robert Johnson wrote that. He sent it back to me. All right, we'll take a little break here. You can visit Lori back there behind the bar and go thank Gary and Sarah. And if you got a second song, you come and let me know. I know Jim Pritz has got one. He probably wrote one.
Thank you. Wow. Just like that. Boom. After the break here at Artichoke Music, we usually do thank a few people. And we've got quite a crew tonight. So you've seen Jason Allberger in the store. He has kept this place going throughout COVID. We reopened the store basically in June of last year, and it's been going strong. We've had some of the best months we've ever had since we moved to Artichoke. So let's give Jason Allberger a big hand. All right, we've already introduced ourselves to Lori Byers. Let's give her another hand. And she's going to bring her guitar up here, or she's going to borrow a guitar. Now, I want to introduce our Muddy Award. Do y'all know what the Muddy Award is? Yeah, the Muddy Award is named after Muddy Waters. And it's given by the Cascade Blues Association to many of us folks out there that do a lot of work. And I want you to meet our Muddy Award nominated crew, Gary Furlow, Sarah Wolf, who've produced the monthly meetings of the Cascade Blues Association, 12 months. There's a playlist on our YouTube channel, and they are nominated, Gary Furlow and Sarah Wolf, for a Muddy Award here in Portland, Oregon. Let's give them a big hand. Now, what do you think about a folk music club getting an award from a blues organization? Yeah, well, they do like it. And of course, what is the blues? Yeah, it's folk music. So here we are. Well, we've had a lot of blues music here during the pandemic, and that's probably appropriate. So this song is a song I call Stay on the Line. Now, what does it have to do with death? Well, I had 3 daughters. And when they were coming of age, so to speak, there would be some long nights that my wife and I would spend. And it would feel like my wife was near death until they got back in the house. There's an eerie silence on the other end. My mind fills the space, my thoughts descend. A faint hello tells me you're there. No clues to tell me where you are. That's C. That's a C chord right there. We all know that chord. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah. When will you appear? Stay. On the line, stay on the line, stay beside me, stay on the line. It's 2 a.m. and the phone rings twice. I pick up the line, it's as cold as ice. I hope to God that you call back. The night is long, the blackness attacks. Will you come back?
Stay on the line. Stay on the line. Stay beside me. Stay on the line. Here we go. Weeks become months, and months become years. Stark images flash like stars across a dark sky. Sunrise brings hope you may reappear. Sunset leaves me facing my deep fears. What have you found where stay on the line? Stay on the line. Stay beside me. Stay on the line. Thank you. Am I good to disconnect? Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
Okay.
We never know. It's like driving off in the gas station with the hose still stuck in your tank. You don't want to be that guy, you know.
Don't want to do that.
Okay, Bob Howard.
Thank you so much.
Richard's going to come back here for us, followed by Mark and Sue. Come on, Richard. You're sitting right here, as I recall last time.
A lot of traffic on the stage tonight.
Yep.
Not that you have anything arbitrary, but
Well,
we're being safe.
it has been called the Kung Flu, you know. Okay, Richard.
That Gurion, boy, that's a nice guitar. Well, I was 13 years old when I discovered in this epiphany that I wanted to be a songwriter when I grew up. And so I kind of tucked that away and thought, well, I'll figure it out, you know, somewhere along the line. And I was 40-something when I finally wrote a song that I thought was probably okay. It was actually a song I could accept. And there were a lot of songs in between there, but it was called Learning How to Write a Song. And this song's got kind of a dark theme, domestic abuse. So I think it fits right into the dark kind of downer evening that we're having here at Songwriter. It's a strange tune, but I like to play it because I still like it after all these years. You and I, we know why there was all of those cops outside. I got mad, and you know what that does to me. Now there's a hole in the bedroom door, and I'm crawling to you once more. Baby, please, baby, please, won't you forgive me? Day and night, I'm contrite, and the rest of the time we fight. Sugar baby, accept my apology, 'cause I'd be a sensitive new age guy if it weren't for this murderous rage inside. Baby, please, baby, please, won't you forgive me? Sticks and stones can break a bone, but I just put the walls up higher, 'cause the words you choose to put to use, they set this house on fire. There's the door. You can go. My blessings you've got, you know. Caveat. If you start looking for company, 'cause if he starts whispering in your ear, eventually you'll hear. Thank you.
That's a great change. Wow.
Me neither.
Okay. Come on up here. Use this mic. You sitting?
Yeah, thanks.
So whatever the theme, whatever the occasion, Bob Dylan, he always fits.
Shadows are falling, and I've been here all day. It's too hard to sleep. This time is running away. Feel like my soul has turned into steel. I shook out the scars that the sun didn't heal. There's not even room enough to be anywhere. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. But my sense of humanity has gone down the drain. Behind every beautiful thing, there's been some kind of pain. He wrote me a letter, and he wrote it so kind. He put down in writing what was in his mind. I just don't see why I should even care. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. Well, I've been to London, and I've been to gay Paris. I followed the river, and I got to the sea. I've been down on the bottom of a world full of lies. I ain't looking for nothing in anyone's eyes. Sometimes my burden is more than I can bear. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. I was born here and I'll die here against my will. I know it looks like I'm moving, but I'm standing still. Every nerve of my body is so vacant and numb. I can't even remember what it was I came here to get away from. Sometimes my burden is more than I can bear. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Hey, let's have Jim Fritz come up with the second song. I think he just wrote one.
I just wrote a song. No,
All right, and then Sean Ramstad's going to come up. And Jim's going to sit over here. Are you going to sit down?
I want to sit on this stool. I think I can handle this.
Okay. Okay.
Oops. I'm not plugging in.
You're not plugging in.
This is a cowboy guitar.
All right. It's a real guitar.
Richard, this is another Chinese HD28.
I cleaned this one off already.
That's fine, but he's got a thing on there, but the instrument might nowhere near the
Okay, Jim Fritz, follow Sean Ramstad.
From the semi-inebriated pathos of Jim Ringer. Talk about bummer songs, but I'll tell you, oh yeah. Da-da. I guess I'll take my mask off. This is an simple old convict cowboy song. And how old are you, my fine young man? 9, but I'm going on 10. I've been put in reform school by my own dad, and I'll never see home again. And my daddy's an honorable man. And what did you do so awful, my boy? Well, I went home, but he wouldn't let me stay. I've been in this time for a couple of months, and my daddy's the one turned me in. He's the meanest man I've ever seen. And how old are you, my handsome young man? Well, I'll soon be turning 16. I've been in this time for a couple of months, and my daddy is the one turned me in. He's the meanest man I've ever seen. And how old are you, my handsome young man? Well, next month I'll be 24. I've been in this pen since I turned 18. I got busted for stealing a car, and I'll never get home anymore. And how do you like it in prison, my boy? Well, you know now it really ain't bad. I get lodging and meals and free smokes and clothes, and there's jailhouse whores to be had. And I owe all of this to my dad. died today out in the yard. They say he was 9 and 16 and 60. He stole money and candy and cars. He looked older 'cause life had been hard. And how long was he in this dirty old pen? And did he leave a family or a wife? No, he shot down his dad, the last kin he had, and they sent him back here to do life. He's the convict who really done life. Thank you. More of a song.
It's a song about, that's a problem about death. And it's kind of depressing sometimes. Yeah, it is. All right.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget your mask.
I won't, and my clown nose.
Just in case something came through there. Yeah. Hey. Go on, Sean. Okay. Sean Ranstad's coming up. Over there, Sean, standing up. Sitting down.
Standing up.
Standing up. We'll get rid of this guy. Move it over here. Plug him in. You gotta unplug that. Take that little strap button down. Boom, stop moving around. It's over there. Okay. The old, I've got the song on my phone. Leave on. And then right in the middle of the song it disappears.
Yeah.
All right. Sean Ranstad. Ram.
Thanks.
Followed by Step.
This is called Only One, and there's a little bit of death in it, maybe. Or almost death. The days that go past, the hours don't last, the minutes take all of my time. When we were young, all that went wrong, you can't change the way that we laughed. Riding bikes through the yard, playing ball, chasing cars. Sometimes we win and we lose. Whoops. Riding bikes through the yard, playing ball, chasing cars. Sometimes we win and we lose. Riding up to the store, never lock the front door. Everything is strange now but you. And now that we're old, beat up and cold, living without something to give. Whoops. It's good for having the words with you, right? And now living without something to give. Keep pressing on for the love and the fun. You don't know how long we will live. If I had only one day, I would ask you if I had only one day, I would travel the world to be there with you. If I had only one word, I would ask you what you mean to me. If I had only $1, I would take it and give it away. If I had only one breath, I would ask you if you need air. If I had only one dream, I would ask you to share it with me. If I had only one.
That's your song, right, Sean? Sean, that's your song? Great song. Hey, Lori's coming up from behind the bar. Man, the ones at the bottom are really slippery.
Do I just pick a guitar, any
Yeah,
guitar?
pick a guitar. Pick up a guitar.
Wow.
Gee, that's a good guitar right
Is that
there.
a good one?
Would
I'm
you
gonna
s-
sit.
You sit, why don't you sit right over,
This is okay?
yeah, that's great right there. So now we'll move that down and just sit, that's all. Should be being in tune.
Well, this is just like being with friends. We are friends. We are friends. Anyway, I'm totally out of practice too. I haven't picked up a guitar in a while, but so this is a Emmylou Harris song that she wrote, I think, after Graham Parsons died. So. I don't want to hear a love song. I got on this airplane just to fly, and I know there's life below me. All that you can show me is a prairie and the sky. And I don't want to hear a sad story full of heartbreak and desire. The last time I felt like this, I was in the wilderness and the canyon was on fire, and I stood on the mountain in the night and I watched it burn. I watched it burn. the hardest part is knowing I'll survive. I've come to listen for the sounds of the trucks as they move down out on Highway 95, pretending it's the ocean. Come down to wash me clean, to wash me clean. Do you know what I mean? I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in a saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see, if I could see your face, if I thought I could see, if I could see your face. Thank you. You're welcome. A little rusty, but there you have
Oh,
it.
no. Hey. Stephanie. Gonna come up here. And I don't think Emily ever quite recovered from the death of Graham Parson. Now, one thing we have not mentioned too much, and I thought that you might bring it up, having come from Mexico City. I can plug this in. Actually, this one actually has a pickup in it. And this is another guitar that's available from our shop. And one of the aspects of the midway point between the autumnal equinox, I love that word, and the winter solstice is Dia de los Muertos. And if you have not seen this, I think it's quite worth it to watch the movie Coco. It's a really, who's seen that movie? It's a wonderful, I mean, I love Pixar stuff. It's just, you know, and this is a song that comes out of there. And one thing I really appreciate about Pixar is their attention to detail, because if you watch the guitar player in Coco, the fingerings are exactly right. They're not just waving their fingers at the strings, you know. And I read that when they did Finding Nemo, they had all the animators learn to scuba dive, and they scuba dive down in the reef at different times of the day so they could see what the light conditions were like. So I like that detail. So this is a song we're going to do here. Let me just play the introduction.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. Even though I'm far away, I'll hold you in my heart. I'll sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. remember me. Each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I am with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember me. John.
Thank you. Definitely. That's the second highest note you can play on this guitar. Yeah. That's one of the few times when I was really glad there was a cutaway in an acoustic guitar. Well, celebrating the dead, the grateful, the ungrateful, and glad that the zombies, we have paid the zombie tax up front, and we don't have to have it. The zombies did not come in from southeast Portland. And 2 weeks from now, I will be gone. I'll be in Alaska trying not to get eaten by a bear. And having an adventure. And our tribute's going to be actually on 11th of November, so it's 11/11, and it's going to be Robert Owen's going to become our host here, and it's going to be a tribute to veterans. So if you're a veteran, or if you know veterans, or you encourage them, and songs about, the war experience. There's some, there's a lot of stuff coming out there. I'm of the Vietnam era, and I went back to my 50th high school reunion a couple years ago and found out that one of the guys I ran track with had died from Agent Orange, and it's just kind of like, it's just one of those things that, anyway, that's happening. And then about the 2 weeks after that is Thanksgiving. And a number of years ago, Richard had this show just before Thanksgiving, and it's called, and somebody called in and said, "What's the theme tonight?" And Richard goes, "Songs of Thanks." And so the guy came in, he thought Richard said songs of angst. So he came in with this Thanksgiving. I thought Thanksgiving would be a great theme. Anyway, after that, the next one will be in December, second Thursday of December, and it's going to be family, all the complications of family, because it's right between Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and all that. And there's, all the blessings and complications of family kind of come up about then, Weird uncle, that's, With me, it's one of my weird cousins, But
Please come down and play live.
you come down and play live, this was kind of our live dead show here, right? So anyway, that's coming up, and then we'll have our winter break, and then we'll look on the website, there'll be a whole new set of themes for the winter. And but we can't do a tribute to the dead without doing this song. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tune were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken, perhaps they're better left unsung. Well, I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air, rippling still waters when there is no pebble tossed or wind to blow. Reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup be full, may it be again. Let it be known there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of man. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. If you should go, no one may follow. I got it. That path is for your steps alone. Rippling still waters when there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. You choose to lead must follow, but if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, well, I would take you home. La da da da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da. What a great song that is, man. It's one of those songs you get done, the first time you hear it, you go like, why didn't I write that song? You know, there isn't a chord in there you don't know. You didn't learn within the first month of playing guitar, but somehow he just put that together. You know, there isn't a word you don't know, but somehow he just put that together, and it's just like, what a great song. So, good evening, folks.
It's not about the wine either.
Oh no, it's just you know, it's kind of a Zen song. I don't know. Hey, thanks for coming in. Getting the crowds coming back. November 11th, 11/11. We honoring veterans, and you know, just sort of the sacrifices of war in general would be worth acknowledging. I often reflect on the fact that I managed to make it through 8 decades, and I never had to go to combat, and that's quite a, you know, and you can think of the people that had to go to combat, and just, I'd have been terrible. I'm a coward, you know. And it just, you think about that, it's just kind of crazy that somehow, and I had friends in high school and people who died in Vietnam, and some died 40 years later from Vietnam. So anyway, honor veterans, and then after that, we'll honor family. So come back in, and then after that, we'll have a whole new slew of themes. And I want to thank Gary and Sarah and Lori and Bob Howard back there, and Stephanie, everybody who came in and played. So thanks very much. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks, if the bear doesn't eat me. Bye. This Yamaha guitar is also for sale. It's a great, great acoustic guitar.